Hi everyone, welcome to another Link to the Past randomizer race. We got Captain versus Kuchiri for League. This is the Open League, and this is their first match of the week. We're doing some casual boots, so starting boots, starting sword, and these lads are gonna go fast. I'm here with my good pal Mikan as well. Hi Mikan.
Yeah, hi. I haven't seen this game. Okay, well I haven't played this game in like 2 years maybe.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be great.
I know it's gonna be great. We're gonna have a good time.
I hope you have fun, Willard.
I'm gonna have so much fun pausing this restream real quick so that I can get these two synced up, and then they'll be on their merry way. I went too far. Yeah, all right, good now.
Listen, I'm still like half eating a sandwich that I got like 20 minutes ago, and like I was like, oh, I'll finish this before the race starts. Surely. No, definitely not. We were too busy talking about stupid stuff.
Tell me more about this sandwich.
It has like a piece of bologna, and that's pretty much it.
No condiments.
No
it's
fixins.
It's literally just two pieces of bread and
This
some bologna.
is my life.
Right.
Is that not a sandwich to you, Willard?
No, I mean, usually if you have a sandwich, it's got to have, like, you know, mayo or mustard, or for some people in the Midwest, Miracle Whip, I guess, if you want to go that route.
Welcome to my plain existence.
I mean, if you get all of the flavors that you need without condiments, then, you know, more power to you. You're saving so much money and calories by not having to worry about that. I had
big pizza earlier.
Okay. I had a piece of toast with 2 eggs on it. It was good.
I am the epitome of health.
It was good stuff.
Egg, 2 eggs?
2 eggs, yeah.
You had a piece of toast between 2 eggs? Holy cow.
Yeah. A toast sandwich. I enjoyed it. So for anyone wondering, you know what? Let's take a quick look while we're going through this. Take a look at these two teams, see where they stack up. They're both in the Tower of Harry division. This is, of course, the Open League, separate from the Invitational League. These players are trying to work their way up to finish top, I think, 4 overall in their tournament to potentially get an invite into the Invitational. Right now, Kuchiri of It's Always Sunny in Pennant Pod, their team is sitting at a cool 4-0, while Foot by Night with Captain is on the opposite side, sitting at 0-4. So Captain hoping to secure a first win for their team, and Kuchiri hoping to keep their team amongst the top 2. Because I think there's another team right now that's sitting at 6-0 in their division. And yeah, we got some Golden Sun music here on the left side, on Captain's side.
What about you, Willard? Where are you in the league?
My team is in the Skullwoods division of the Invitational, and we're at 3-2 right now. And JP's playing their Casual Boots race sometime tonight, so with a win, it would at least potentially put us into 2nd in our group. With a loss, we would be like tied for 3rd with several people.
Out of how many?
Out of how many teams?
Yeah.
There's 8 teams in the per division.
Because 2nd out of 2 is not amazing compared to
right.
out of 10.
Second
so I
out,
had to be sure there weren't just two teams in your group.
Well, the way it works is that for the Invitational, you need to finish top 4, top half of your division, so to move on to the playoffs. And so if you can stay in 2nd out of 8, then you're in that comfy zone.
Cool.
It's a little different in the Open League, where top 2 in the division will move on to the playoffs. But they're also starting a new thing this season that they didn't do last season, where I think they're grabbing 8 wildcard seeds, or wildcard teams, to invite to the playoffs as well. So there's going to be 8 more teams going into the playoffs, so more chances for some wacky races.
Are you actually going to play Wacky Races?
I have never played Wacky Races.
That game is sick. You should definitely play it.
Is it a Super Nintendo game?
There might be. The one for NES is not. Oh, nice mirror. The one for NES is not a racing game. It's a platformer.
Okay.
But it's also really good. I don't know about the one for other systems.
Is it like Nickelodeon Guts style platformer? It's still a race, but it's a platformer race, not a kart race, right? That's the point you're making?
No, it's actually just a platforming game. You play as Muttley, and you just go through platforming stages. There's actually no racing in the game.
Well, that's just bad marketing there, if I had to guess.
Well, the bosses are the other racers, though, so I guess they're still kind of racing, but only in, like, that's their profession and not what they're doing.
Oh, so it's not a racing game. It's a game about racers. Got it.
Yes. It has all the characters that you know and love from the show, but you play as Muttley, who is probably the best character in the show, honestly, so that's pretty good.
I gotcha. Okay. I don't know much about this, but thank you for the lore dump. It's good stuff.
Yeah, but this is the NES game. I don't know about Wacky Races for other games. There probably is actually a racing game.
Gotcha.
For it. I hope you're... I mean, we're only 5 minutes in, and we've only talked about the game probably 1 minute of it. I hope you're prepared for this.
I am very prepared for this. It's why I invited you.
Okay.
Pretty nice escape. It is kind of funny that they got the mirror past the Zelda point, because like if Mirror had shown up in Boomerang Chest or Map Chest or Add Zelda Cell, then he could have just mirrored out to the beginning and saved some time, but the game decided to not be nice. Also picking up a lot of bombs in the back, so we don't have to worry about farming, and a bottle, so that's one less fetch quest we have to come back to Kakariko for.
Why is Kuchiri doing hula hand?
Kuchiri wants Zora money right away.
I see.
Which, you know...
Does starting with the boots, like, affect that decision at all? Because you can go through the water pretty quickly?
I definitely say yes to that. I'm sorry, what was that, Lumberjack? I was looking at blue rupees on the floor.
I don't know. No.
I definitely, with the boots, you can do the water walk, which gets you to the Zora check a lot easier. Mm-hmm. So I can see wanting to rush that. Looks like Kuchiri's just kind of going for some really wacky routing here. Going for that Kakariko skip. At least gonna go check Saha first and, maybe hope to find a hammer or glove so that potentially you find the other piece of Dark World access in Kakariko and can just rush Village of Outcast.
I guess if you're doing that hula hand stuff over there, you're coming out of Link's house and pretty close to this. If you don't want to... You're pretty close to the 3 chests here anyway, without, like, having to decide if you want to commit to Eastern yet.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Hula Hand's a bad play. I mean, I guess, unless you're going to go for it right away. With the 340 whatever rupees that Kuchiri had coming out of Kakariko, like, there's a very good chance you're going to find enough money just in Kakariko.
Yeah.
But let's see what we got here in Blindset. We did pick up a cape, which is always kind of scary, because now all of a sudden you're starting to think, oh no, is this going to be an Aga seed?
Kuchiri, you have the mirror. You can eat those blocks.
Yeah,
I remember some things. Oh, he remembered. I remember a couple things about this game.
Wow, seed's so nice it gave you boomerang twice. Captain already has both boomerangs. And look at that, already almost to 500 rupees. Of course, the bottle vendor is going to be a check that we'll do while we're here. Econ, when was the last time you played Link to the Past Randomizer?
I can find out for you, because I don't think I did it like casually, but I can look at my race time dates.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's probably a SG Live thing, or not SG Live, SG Daily or something, if I had to guess.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Captain did pick up the glove and the flippers, so that is both items that put Zora in logic. That's funny. And Burna, Kuchiri finding blue mail and a heart container over here in Moldorm Cave. So far looking like Kakariko's the better play. Tell me.
August 11th, 2021.
Okay, I was about to say, is it going to be 2021 or 2022?
I got 7th out of 13th. Great job.
Nailed it. That's rando for you. Last night I was trying to find things to do to make me sleepy so I can actually go to bed, which didn't happen until 5 a.m. But, one of the things I was doing was I was going through all my clips, and there was a clip of you doing commentary, I think, for SG Daily, and it was you were commentating like a 4-way race, and you were talking about Link to the Past rando, and TGH was in it, and you're like, oh man, TGH is so good at this game, and then he dies to Ganon like immediately. And it made me
well, to be fair, he's just good at every game.
That's true. That's a good point.
That doesn't mean he doesn't die to Ganon, though, I suppose. Kuchiri definitely isn't running along the water, like I foretold.
I think... oh, there's... Wow. Oh, well...
That's the hammer.
There's the hammer. He doesn't have it yet. So that is going to be a quick Village of Outcast access for Captain if he decides to turn around and head up there as opposed to going to South Shore. Not going to miss out on too much if he does, but yeah, this is a really nice seed. And yeah, as for Kuchiri, yeah, I'm assuming he set up the water walk in Ice Rock Cave and then swam up here. I like to do this a lot as well.
So is it like one or the other that lets you dash along the water like this? So,
a lot of times you'll see players fake flipper and then they'll go in and out of the waterfall cave to set up water walk if they have Moon Pearl but no boots. But with boots, you can store it in Ice Rock Cave. And then if you want, you can still do the in and out of here to get the water walk, but...
Oh, so he still has it so he can like run up to Zora.
Yes.
I see, okay.
Oh, let's see. It'd be interesting to see what is at
oh, look at all the stuff.
Green Pennant Ice, Red Pod, Pennant Swamp. There's a Master Sword. That's kind of unfortunate for Kuchiri because he's gonna get those flippers later and be like, oh man, I could have a Master Sword right now. But I could see Kuchiri come back here later with a catfish check potentially. It's not very often you get a 12-minute Dark World access. Kuchiri getting all the medallions
already. Here's a book.
Yeah, and Captain picked up another 300, so not gonna miss out on Zora check later either.
Oh yeah, with all this money in the mirror already, I guess like running up to Catfish isn't really too terrible of an idea, huh?
Yeah, and I think okay, Captain. Yeah, I could see Captain check Mini Moldern, then go to Ice Rug Cave, and then hop into the Dark World. I would like immediately take the Whirlpool up to Catfish, and do Catfish into Zora.
Immediately do Chatfish.
Just go to chat.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Do you ever go into a Mini Moldern Cave with only 4 bombs and a dream?
Yeah, that's when you do Batman strats.
Batman?
Yeah, you hold the bomb above your head and you just run straight at him.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. It works. I've definitely had some funny like deaths in Mini Moldern Cave trying to do exactly that. Like I'll run into him and then I'll get knocked into the hole by the Moldorm and then the bomb explodes and hits me.
Oh yeah, and at 3 hearts, what the heck, you're done.
Alright, Captain did pick up that hammer. Is this... I mean, he's checking the dam. I can't imagine Captain's gonna go for a hookless swamp play.
With the hammer already? Uh-oh.
That sounds very dangerous.
This would be the time to do it.
I guess.
It's no more convenient than right now.
I really like this matchup between these two because I feel like both of them are relatively around a similar skill level. So this should be a pretty well even race.
Nope.
Execution-wise, I would probably favor Kuchiri here.
Oh, he's okay. Never mind.
He's setting up a little spin. He gets to go run over and check Bombo's tablet.
All that wiggling around, I thought there was like a decision going on about doing Swamp.
Dude, imagine just a 13-minute hookless Swamp play. That just sounds completely bizarre. But I imagine it working. I don't know. You never know. Some people go for some pretty meme routes sometimes.
I'm sure there's a daily racer 10 that were decided on that exact decision.
Yeah, probably. Alright, you're gonna get their glove and flippers here soon and be like, oh, hey, I can go get that Master Sword. Sweet. Wish I came. This is when you're like, it's one of those things where it's like, man, I never do Kakariko skip, and of course the one time I do it, I get completely buried by it. It happens every time.
Captain's gonna die. He's got no health, and he's going up to the evil village.
Well, look, there's a fairy.
Evilness. Oh, see ya.
See fairy. Refill? Hey, there we go. I'd be feeling, 5 hearts, blue mail. I'd be feeling okay at this point.
Oh, he's got blue, right? Okay, I couldn't tell because Deadpool is yellow.
Yeah, he's yellow now.
That makes sense.
It checks out.
It's like that blue-yellow dress, you know? It's actually blue.
There was somebody that posted something online recently, and they're like, it's the same color, and I just looked at it a lot. Oh, dug up a shovel. I love it. It was like...
He's great.
It was like it was one of those where it's like 2 different pictures, but it's supposedly the same color of red in both of them, and it looks nothing alike. And I'm like, I don't believe it. I don't trust my eyeballs. They're lying to me.
It's when you go to paint and use the eyedropper tool.
Yeah. Somebody did. And they're like, these are not the same at all.
Oh, that's disappointing. I like divvying up the shovel.
I'm curious why Captain... Unless he's going to go to the right at this point? Because obviously no mitts can't go to the left. I hope Captain just goes straight for Pyramid Catfish. That's what I would do.
Sure. Yeah.
Just, I don't know, just get that stuff knocked out of the way, and then you can relax a little bit.
What's down here?
Man, when I'm in a position where I have like bad red crystals, like the red crystals here are like literally just bow locked. That's it. So they're really not too bad. But if I have really bad crystals, I'm like, I should probably check Pop Pyramid, because I don't want to like hold off on checking it until I do Pyramid Fairy, and then it be in an item that I need to get the Pyramid Fairy crystals or something like that.
Sure.
Definitely seems like Captain's having a little bit of issues with indecision here.
Mm.
I really wish he had gone ahead and just done the Catfish stuff, but he's gonna get his Quake Medallion and Master Sword.
Mustard Sword. Yeah.
Mustard Sword to go with his mustard suit.
But not on a sandwich.
Mm-mm. None of that.
Not allowed. Oh, the bottle. That's so fast! That's probably been there for like a year. More than a year.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what all has changed since August of 2021, Mikon. I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't think has it been a full year since, like... Because I know you said that you're not a big fan of, like, Diver Down or Icebreaker.
I think that was still, like, in the rules whenever I last posted.
It's definitely newer a year ago. Nice use of Ether to clear all these enemies out of here. It's nothing worse than getting a mummy on you. I thought Harapot kind of came out around the same time, if I remember.
Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't do that one either.
vanilla Big Key here in Skullwoods. Tomb Raider is the newest one, yeah. Have you seen that one yet, Miko?
I think so. That gets you into King's Tomb without the mitts?
Yeah, exactly. It's a cheeky one, I like it.
Inverted in shambles.
Inverted and good. That's what it deserves. It should be in shambles. So Captain gonna go ahead and sequence break up the mountain. Instead of... Well, let's see, what other... Well, I mean, he could have gone for Village of Outcast, you know, with hammer in hand. It is a pendant thieves town, so I can understand not wanting to go for a pendant dungeon quite yet. Skullwoods without Fire Rod can also be kind of eh. And does have, you know, with Mirror and Hammer, going up the mountain is not too bad because you can beat Tower of Hera.
There's a lot of junk up here you can get.
Ooh, nice lamp here in Skullwoods.
Well,
I was about to say, like,
probably up here.
Hera is beatable unless the Big Key is locked in the Hera basement. And then Captain would probably be wishing he had that lamp.
What? You can cheat to get up, can't you?
Need hookshot.
Oh, does that actually like hard require hookshot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the idea of Herapod is you put yourself on a particular pixel, then you bomb yourself into the pot, and then you hookshot basically through the hitboxes of the thing.
That's okay. I also know it's not cheating, so please excuse that.
You're fine. Heck, man, I hope Captain does a for-well glitch to get over to East Death Mountain. Now that'd be freaking epic. A second ferry? Wow. This isn't SG. You're Ooh. Okay.
Just gonna need that. They both have the cape already, right? I think.
Yeah.
Right, I was in the woods.
That is a ice rod that we'll need to beat TR at some point. TR is one of our crystals, so having that information is just really nice, because ice rod hunts are probably one of the worst parts of playing this game. It's like that, Castle Tower small key, Boots go mode is
Boots
literally the worst, I'd say.
Nope, bird. Okay, yeah. Doesn't trigger right away there.
Yeah, Burna works. Burna works just fine. And yeah, it looks like Tower of Hera is going to be fire locked, so Captain gonna say, no wait, head on over to East Death Mountain.
I'm sure the fire rod will be over here, or at least something good's gonna be over here. There's no way there's nothing up here.
There's a single arrow. Does that do anything?
See, right there.
Right there. So the interesting thing about this seed is, of course, we still need the mitts. Oh, baby, I love the mitts. Give me the mitts. We'll need access to the Mire area via flute. We'll need Samaria for both TR and Mire, and we'll need a fire rod, and we'll need a bow. But okay, well, I was getting to that. I was gonna say it's Pendant Swamps, so you know we don't need a hookshot to get into GT, but. That's another relief. I mean, I know neither of these runners are the hovering type, so both of them were gonna need that hookshot no matter what.
Off that other cheaty glitch.
Hookshot on East Death Mountain. Wow, what a classic Link to the Past. Well, there's the fire rod for Kuchiri. Holy cow! And the mitts for Captain. Both runners.
No fire up here at all. Okay.
Now, maybe Captain will stumble upon, like, the flute to give him some idea of where that fire might be.
Oh, yeah, if that's up here, we're gonna get really low percent Mire, aren't we?
A lot of health.
Well.
Speaking of low percent, here's all your health. This is interesting. Both runners have found some really good items so far. And yeah, it's really nice not only to like find the mitts, but also find the hookshot too. So now you can just full clear all of East Death Mountain while you're up here. Find out your medallion for TR.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to see if Ether ends up playing a part in this seed, just because
That was on Hobo?
Yeah, that check can be very easily put off, just depending on how you route. And Captain kind of routed Zora area a little abnormally, I'd say. So kind of isolated that check for sure. Yeah, and Fire Rod at Graveyard Ledge is also kind of stinky.
At least both rods are like kind of right next to each other, so I guess if you find one, you're probably gonna find the other. I don't really see checking one of those and not the other.
Right. Yeah, and with Hookshot in hand, you know, I could see... oh, there's our other sword. So Kuchiri's gonna walk away with 2 swords, or 3 swords total out of this check, so that ended up working out very well. With Hookshot in hand, you know, I could see... Oh, okay,
well.
It is Ether for CR. I've seen players, like, check Pyramid, and then, like, Hookshot across the Broken Bridge to go do Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a possible routing option. Boy, all of a sudden, we're just finding so many things, like, we just need, what, bow, flute, maybe bombos for Meyer, maybe? And Samaria, we still need Samaria for sure. I'm gonna assume this is a Spike Cave check for Captain.
Oh, yes.
Has half magic. Oh, no, we'll see the hair pot first.
Oh, because Hookshot, yeah.
Yeah.
What is happening? Okay.
Captain, need to work on that aim a little bit. So there recently, like maybe a couple months ago, came out the real like a even easier setup for hair pot. We're not going to see that from Captain's side here, so hopefully we can still get it with this setup. Okay. Ooh, that was scary. I thought he was gonna. You can hard lock if you put in the wrong input.
Oh.
Like as soon as you hookshot over, you need to tap left. If you just hit up as soon as you hookshot, you will be stuck forever. I think you can save and quit out of it. I'm pretty sure you can save and quit out of it, but you cannot move and you cannot mirror. I don't think either.
Oh wow, not being able to mirror is surprising. I saw the green rupee there. Is that? I guess we'll have to see what Mulborn drops to see if there's like actually a. To see if there's actually Oh wait, no, the key's down or something in the big chest. That's what I meant.
Oh gosh! Wow, I'm actually surprised Captain did not get hit both times. Like even that first hammer that came out was a little close.
Is that big chest has something then?
If I recall, I think the chest in the first room of Hera had an item in it. It was I think it came in, got small key, and got an item.
Ah.
So basement should have big key, and then big chest should have the compass.
I thought. Okay. No, you're right. I didn't see the compass, so you're right. You're probably right.
We'll see it on Kuchiri's side.
I believe you. I don't need to look. You would never lie to me.
Never. I mean, I'm just guessing. I could be wrong. So, where did we get that book? Where was that again? Was that?
That was in Hype Cave. Nice pull. Wow.
So,
oh, there's the compass.
Okay, so there is an item in the big chest then. I told you I didn't know. I was just guessing. I was just lying to you specifically.
I can't believe Willard guessed wrong at me.
I hit you with that trickery. Well, this is a big turning point in this race, I think, for Captain. I'm curious to see, because Dark Pod is not easy.
I'm more worried about ever getting the Ether Medallion.
Yeah. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Here's how you could route it. You could do Pod Eastern. That's Pyramid Fairy.
Oh, I guess
And
you're
then-
near, and you can hop off the bridge there.
Yeah, exactly. On your way to go get the
Pod.
big bomb, you can go stop, pick up the hobo check, grab big bomb, go to pyramid, and then from there, like, you could.
Oh, both red crystals are right here. Okay, never mind. That makes sense.
There's two. You can either go to the right and go to Catfish, and then backtrack and hookshot across to do Graveyard Ledge King's Tomb, or you can just do Graveyard Ledge King's Tomb to Catfish, and then save and quit from there. And then just pick up, do bumper ledge check when you're overdoing Skullwoods. Though I feel like if you pick up Fire Rod from Graveyard Ledge, you'd probably just end up skipping Catfish at that point. I'm wondering to see if our Flute's going to be chilling in, like, desert at this point. That's where I would put it. But then again, we have an entire pod. Yeah, I'm really curious to see.
Oh, sorry. This almost... No, I'm interrupting you. This almost makes me want to try race again. Not gonna lie.
It's really... it's fun. It's fun. I love... It's why I really love commentary, because it's really fun to, like, play out these route options and see how the runners react to that, and see what they end up doing.
Not even routing options, I just feel like I could play well.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're a gamer, so, naturally.
You know, to my own horn a little bit there. I feel like I'm kind of a big deal in this game.
I remember, man, there was that one tourney where you knocked out Ari in, like, the first round of brackets.
I got, like, what, 5th or 6th one tournament?
Yeah.
Out of, like, 200 people or something, maybe? I don't know.
I'm
not making either of those numbers up. They were actually pretty close.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember that. Oh, we did see that the item in the big chest in Hera was just $5, so Captain not going to get punished by that, as long as he never goes back. I'm really curious to see how this pod goes, because I know Captain has... how do I put this?
Difficulties?
I'm worried that he's going to either get stuck in here, trying to do dark rooms. Particularly the back of pod, the turtle room. That one can be a little treacherous in the dark. You can kind of get some use of, like, using a medallion to knock out the turtles when you knock them over.
Well, just Quake, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately doesn't KO them.
Yeah, like, I know I've used Ether, like, hammer a couple times and then use Ether to see how many I clear up.
Sure. Does Quake affect unflipped turtles at all?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. I knew it didn't flip them, I just didn't know if it, like, stunned them. Where was Lamp? Lamp was in the,
It was the map chest to Skullwoods.
Is in Skullwoods, yeah.
Yeah. And Fire Rod was at Graveyard Ledge, so... Whoa! There's a little hovering there.
Anyway.
Kuchiri picks up their hook shot, about to get their mitts. I think it's just the mitts that was over here. If there was anything else over here.
And the hook shot, what you got?
Yeah,
The
and
hook
then
shot.
I would assume would go for the bow at the end here, but could see Spike Cave skipped. Depending on, like, Captain had a reason to go back over to the west side because he wanted to do Tower of Hera. So, there's a possibility that Kuchiri might skip out on Spike Cave. But we'll see. We do now also have a completely beatable Green Pen and Ice Palace. Yahoo!
What's your favorite chocolate milk, Willard?
I don't know.
Is it not Yahoo?
No. It's hot chocolate, I guess.
It's hot. The hot kind.
The hot kind. Okay, actually, no. Let me take that back.
No, it's pretty tricky.
Back in Wisconsin, we get bagged chocolate milk from the store, from the Quick Trip.
Bagged chocolate? That sounds like a Canadian thing.
No, it was in Wisconsin. I'm not a Canadian. Come on, Mika. Oh yeah, Swerve calling you out. It's Yoo-hoo, not Yahoo.
I don't
Get
care.
Get it right. Say it right. All right, that just confirms that Swerve's gonna hop on comms for the next race. All right, anything else? Anything in this pod? I mean, here's the thing. Like, we got so many good things in the seed really early. Like, I mean, we're only 34 minutes in, and we're, you know,
like
collectively like 2 items away from go mode.
2 items on 2 unknown items away. Yeah.
Yeah, Flute and Samaria. Maybe 3 if Bombos is needed for Meyer.
You know what I'll probably do instead of like actually racing this game? Nice dark room, by the way, map and compass. Hell yeah. Instead of like actually racing this game with any sort of urgency, I'll probably just do a pot shuffle. I haven't done one of those yet, and it looks like a stupid time.
Pot shuffle's fun. You gotta do the door rando.
Oh yeah, actually, I don't think I've done like that before. Not since they like updated it to also include like dungeon entrances.
Oh, the lobby shuffle is great.
The
like,
lobbies,
I love that, especially when one of the lobbies is literally just like a single room. Like you go in and it's that trap room on the right side of GT that you have to kill all the enemies.
This dungeon has 2 pots and that's it.
Yep, you go in, you grab the 2 pots, and then you leave. There's that section in Thieves Town that like you can bomb a wall and go through, and it's like just 2 pots with a railing, and that could be an entire room of like desert or TR or Hyrule Castle and Dorando, and it's hilarious.
My problem is I don't know the super tiles very well, I feel, so I don't know like well, I guess if it pot shuffles on, that's not really as big of a deal. Like for entrance, there's that trap room in Turtle Rock. There's a trap room there, and like I would always go up there, even though it always had to be a trap room because of the super tile.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, in Pot Shuffle, there's the one that's like the TR that's like a tile room that leads to, I think, a single pot behind it.
Perfect.
So, you know, got to keep an eye on that. All right, speaking of keeping an eye on, we got to see how this...
we're in the turtle room, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in the turtle room. Now, Captain does have a red potion if things get out of hand. Another thing that I would recommend using here is use the bow. Because even if you hit a turtle that's not flipped over, then you're tracking it. The bow will stick to it, so you can still see it.
It sticks in its face. Oh my gosh, that's so cruel.
And it is super helpful for keeping an eye on, because, you know, even if you knock them over with a hammer, it's like, okay, which cardinal direction did they go?
Did they always go like a consistent way, or is it just like away from your hammer impact or something?
It's the hammer. Hammer is always
theoretically it's the hammer.
Well, we'll see it on Kuchiri's. I feel like they always get hit away, but like
the opposite way if they're moving, maybe.
Oh, maybe, yeah. That would make sense, because, like, in the NMG strat, you immediately come down and hammer, and the 2 are coming at you from left and right. So that they get knocked back to the right. So, potentially... Yeah, Captain, if you watch this back, I would recommend using the bow for this situation.
Just keep swinging. Or if you think you flipped it over, use the Quake. Because that'll keep it on the flip side.
I think Quake, when they're flipped over, like, stuns them.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
as if they got hit by a boomerang or something.
But at least they won't get back up.
Yeah. That Captain gets through. Does spend a little extra time in there, but does get through, which is great. I hate seeing players, like, die to that room and then...
Yeah.
And then just completely just take themselves out of the race entirely. They're like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Take as long as you want, as long as you don't die.
Yeah. Oh, this music's so spooky.
Cool. Oh, he notices Quake me down. I saw him hover over for a second. I thought that was a realization. I heard that.
I think he was just trying to, like, switch to the bow from that using left or right, but...
Oh, yeah, no, that's not quite it.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was doing it.
It's hard to explain how the menu works in this game if you, like, haven't played it before. I get it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, and especially if you use Quick Swap a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Like, my menuing sucks now. Because I just use so much Quick Swap.
I would Quick Swap way too much that it would have been faster just to pause and do the thing, I think.
I've definitely been in that situation where it's like, alright, my item is 1 to the left, but I'm just gonna mash R and go the
opposite
full
way, yeah.
cycle through.
I do that all the time. I especially do that because I play Mulan Rando a lot. If I want a specific sub-weapon, I will definitely do that. We're going the whole way around.
Mm-hmm. So, what's interesting in this race is that at the start of the seed, or for Dark World Access, Captain went and did Hype Cave over to Digging Game, and then completely turned around and went and did Light World Hylia stuff. Kuchiri went and did Skullwoods. I don't think, did Kuchiri even dip Thieves Town? I don't think he did.
Did anyone go to Thieves Town?
I don't think so. Because it's a pendant. So I think... Yeah, it's a pendant. I don't know why I have it marked. Oh, I have these backwards, that's why. I was like, wow, how do these runners have completely different crystal lands in this 1v1 race? I know a lot of times when you have a pendant Thieves Town, you will try to just completely skip Village of Outcasts entirely.
The
like,
whole
just
thing?
never go there. I know runners will do that sometimes. I'm assuming Kuchiri just did Portal, Skullwoods, and then North Route.
Yeah.
And then went over to Catfish and got their 2 swords. So we haven't seen Village of Outcasts at all, and Captain hasn't been over there yet.
I guess I don't mind Village, because, I don't know, those first 4 of Thieves are nice, but...
Yeah. It's such a dilemma, though, because, like, you go in, and the front gives you, like, big key, map, compass, small key, and you're like, okay, well...
Yeah.
Do I commit the full... I feel like Thieves Town now, or Village of Outcasts is a little... I don't know if it's better or worse now that we have Myths so that we can do all of Smith Chain.
Oh gosh, for some reason this conversation is reminding me of, I think one race, my Go Mode item was the Master Sword on Pendant Blind, and I, like, didn't get it until after I finished GT.
Oh man, those Sword Go Mode seeds are something else. I think the last time I had one, there were 2 that I remember having in tournaments. One of them, it was a sword at Lumberjack that both my opponent and I knew about, and after we both cleared GT, we both just immediately beat Aga, and then got that sword.
Yeah, why not? Makes sense to me.
And the other
it's
one...
been like a guaranteed 4 minutes to get it, rather than hobbling around when you don't know where it is.
Like, it's such a toss-up because it's like Aga Tower is so slow, and that next check you make could just be a sword. But
True.
It's always a tough call. Alright, Kuchiri, with all the resources in the world to get through this pod, will have a much quicker time. Captain is still doing great, getting through both these dungeons, trying to wake up this Igor, shoot him with an arrow.
Wake up with an arrow in your face already? What the heck? What did I do last night?
What was I on? Captain have a little bit of trouble. So, if you're in the dark in this room, I always recommend lining up on the left wall and picking up the pot from below it. Because if you try and pick up the pot on the right side of it, a lot of times you'll be too high and you'll just stand there like a ding-dong, doing nothing. But
you do not want to look like a ding-dong.
No, especially in the dark.
Yeah,
you know, you might not be able to see anything, but those Igors can see you perfectly. Those lights, those eyeballs are, they got that night vision. They're watching
we won't be
you
able
being a
to
big
see you, though. We won't be able to see you, so you might not look like a ding-dong to us.
But we know you are a ding-dong. By proxy. It's fine.
That is pretty brutal.
Ding-dong dark room. Alright, that's a dead helmet. Nice work. That Tempered Sword is another, I think, key point in this race as well, because, there's a good chance that Captain will potentially find a Tempered Sword elsewhere. But, every little bit counts, and even just having a better sword for the majority of the race will make up time.
I don't think that was a intended Armos, red armor skip.
Hey, if it works, it works.
But it worked, I suppose. Speaking of Golden Sun music, have you played any other Camelot games, Willard?
Gosh. I need to see a list to know, because, unless it's... I don't usually pay attention to the opening title where it shows all the logos for stuff.
Have you played Mario Golf or Mario Tennis?
Toadstool Tour?
I don't know about Toadstool Tour.
Oh, that's the best one. I did play the N64. I never owned it, but I remember renting it. And playing
Okay,
it.
that was a Camelot game.
Okay.
So you're in the clear.
All right. I've been itching to play another Golden Sun playthrough at some point. The most recent, I played through Dark Dawn like 5 years ago, which is the third one in the game, and it's
Did
really
you play
bad.
through it on purpose?
Yes, I purchased
Oh, okay.
it and played through it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is not great.
Lives up to expectations, huh?
The problem is I'm wondering if I've just grown out of that game's like style of like the biggest problem I had with the game is that a lot of the dialogue is just so slow and drawn out because every character has to have some sort of wacky emote that appears above their head. And I'm just like, get on with it. Just go. And I'm worried to play the originals like 1 and 2 because I feel like those games had that as well. And you know, it might just be one of those games where I just enjoy the music and that's it.
I watched a friend play through some old dungeon crawler, Shining in the Darkness, which I think was maybe in the first Camelot game.
Okay.
The first one they had under that name anyway. And I watched the game for like 2 minutes and I could immediately tell by like the menuing style and the music that it was a Camelot game. It was actually really really like distinct, I suppose.
Uh-huh. I've definitely been there where I like hear a sound effect. I'm like, okay, now I this definitely sounds like a sound effect from another game from the same company.
Yeah. Like the menuing style, it has like the 4 square buttons at the bottom or whatever. And almost like the over the shoulder camera with your party. They're like diagonal from each other rather than just bottom and top. Something like that. Yeah, it was really telling for me. It was pretty cool. Neat game.
Sounds like one I need to check out. You said it was Game Boy Advance or
That was for Genesis, I think. They made a lot of games that start with the word Shining.
Gotcha. Did they make Shining Force?
Yes, actually.
Oh.
Wait, they did do Toadstool Tour.
Okay, they did? Alright.
Yeah.
I love that game. That game is so good. I'm sad that the newest Mario Golf isn't more like Toadstool Tour because I wanted more wacky courses.
Oh, you get to run after your ball in that one mode.
Yeah, you're right. I take it back. I need to play more golf. I played it for like a month and then I'm like, all right, I've played all of it. Goodbye. Back to the cage for you. All right, Captain going for the Smith chain here. We are still looking for a couple items, so this could benefit him. We do know that he is missing out on the Ice Rod, which is at Bumper Ledge, and the Fire Rod, which is at Graveyard Ledge, and a Tempered Sword that's at Catfish. So if Captain just happens to do the entire North Route, he'll be in a good spot. Otherwise, Kuchiri is on the move. The only thing Kuchiri is really missing is the book from Hype Cave to get into Desert. That's about it.
Which you might not need.
Which you might not need if Flute shows up. And we also did see that both the tablets were junk. So. Ooh, you know what? I just realized, we could see a potential pendant Swamp Palace here from Kuchiri. I mean, Kuchiri could go back and finish Skull for, I don't know exactly. Well, we got the lamp. I don't know if we saw the other item in there, so it might literally just be for a crystal at this point. Pyramid Fairies. I would definitely see that before seeing a pendant swamp play.
Well, maybe the book will change his mind and go down there.
Maybe.
And then, I might as well do swamp on the way. And that's exactly what Kuchiri sounds like, by the way. And then head up to the pyramid afterwards. That's probably a little too much of an ask, I think.
Maybe a wee bit. Second skull items was rupees. Thank you, Full Float. So yeah, that would explain why the not going. Well, I mean, now we can go check. You can go beat Moth and go check Pedestal. That would make it so much easier to go for the pendant plays, because we can literally beat every pendant dungeon at this point.
Ooh.
Let's see. Smith Chain had nothing, but maybe Purple Chest will have our Flute or Samaria. Perhaps. No. Just skip. Flute on Ped with Vanilla Samaria. Drooling Homer face. Okay.
Oh, whatever, Satan.
Whatever. Okay, chat. I think Kuchiri for a second thought that
You need to be on screen.
yeah, which
Yeah,
is
that's
not
what I
true.
thought. That's not true.
All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing.
Ah,
Yeah, Pyramid Fairy. So yeah, I mean, it's looking like either a deep dive, a Thief's Town,
an aquatic
Or-
mine.
or a Pendant Swamp, or a Pendant Ice. This is literally like the worst case scenario where it's just pick a pendant and
Pick a
hope for the
pendant.
best.
Yep.
So here's the good news for Captain. I think if Fire Rod was at Bumper Ledge, I could see him going straight into Skull Woods next. But since it's Ice Rod,
Oh yeah.
I would assume he's
Yeah.
gonna keep going north and checking more stuff here.
That is great.
But yeah, when do we see the hobo check? That's the thing. It might be like after an
That
Ice
is not
Palace
great.
play.
Oh god, I forgot Ice Palace was like existed. Okay.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
don't like that place, dude. You know,
I mean, if we had Samaria, it wouldn't be too bad because
people can cheat.
Icebreaker exists and it makes the dungeon a lot quicker. And you know, it's one of those tricks that have completely changed the meta for this game and how and when you choose to go to Ice Palace. You know, if Ice Palace
As
is a
in you
crystal, I would just be I get Fire Rod and I'd go there. But with it
As
being a
in-
pendant, it's like
Right on the nose. There you go.
I'm assuming. Well, originally Gilgamesh, I think Kuchiri kept going northeast, kept going east to get to Catfish and Zora, since he knew that there was a Master Sword at Zora's Ledge. And because apparently we already got both items out of Skullwoods, so only need to be back here for the crystal. Captain getting their Fire Rod, and at this point, if he keeps going right, I could see him bail on Catfish at this point to go do Skullwoods.
Yeah, for sure.
So potentially might miss out on that Tempered Sword for more longer. That
Oh my gosh, it's Moth.
we're getting to that point. We gotta make some pendant dives soon.
No, don't shoot Moth with the fire rod. Just shoot it with the sword, the pointy end.
Shoot the sword at him.
Shoot it. Shoot him.
Shoot him.
No, don't get shot. That's not. No, stop. Oh, good job.
Oh, Moth, you ding dong, you're not supposed to die.
That's like how my Moth fight goes. I can't say anything about it. My
You know,
Moth
some-
fights that haven't existed for over a year.
Sometimes Moth is a ding dong. Ding dong dark room.
I
It
like
happens.
Mega Man X there. I played Mega Man X for the first time recently. So I
For the
get
first
it.
time? Really?
The first time. I
When was
hadn't
that?
actually played it like a week ago.
Kuchiri not checking pedestal is
Sad.
a bit of a misplay, for sure.
Sad for us.
Yeah.
And maybe
Captain,
for him.
Captain should remember. What'd you think of it?
It was great. I had a good time. Sigma was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, actually.
Did you Hadouken him?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Because of course you wouldn't know about it unless you looked it up online or saw somebody get it.
Yeah.
My first time playing the game was in college when I stayed up all night beating it to impress a girl. And it worked.
That was my next question. Did it work? But I
And
spent
Sigma was a
long
ding dong
time.
for sure.
Yeah, I think it was like a little over 2 hours on the game, and I think like probably a quarter of it or more was just on Sigma.
Mm. Was it the dog? Or was
no, it was honestly like the dog was annoying, that's for sure. But I think it was mostly just the final part that I had a lot of issues with.
Oh, the big hands that shoot lasers down.
Yeah, Majora face shooting lightning hands.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts final boss, basically. Where you had to jump on hands and shoot him in the face.
Oh yeah. And the face like didn't take damage from like anything except rolling shield and maybe charge shots, but I only use rolling shield.
Mm. Have you ever played Super Ghouls and Ghosts?
That's a good question. Actually, I'm not sure. That is not on my 2 playlist, by the way.
It's a hard game. It's a really hard game, so I don't blame you.
I mean, I don't mind a hard game here and there, but I think that one's a little high up there. I guess depending on like the continue situation. Like I didn't think I played Castlevania 1 for the first time recently, and I don't think that was really that difficult because the continues were so generous.
If you in Super Ghouls, you can set your lives to max, like so you have like 9 lives, and you get a lot of continues. Basically, you can still game over, especially if you don't get enough points to like get more lives. But if you set it to easy, it's really not too bad. But then again, I've never beaten the game without save states because it's because you have to beat the game twice.
Right.
And then the second time, in order to get to the final boss, you have to get through the final dungeon completely untouched, basically, while also picking up the magic bracelet weapon that sucks. And if you take damage, then the magic bracelet like loses half of its range. And the closest I ever got to beating the boss there, to get to the final boss, I timed out. Ran out of time. I was distressed. Alright, let's see this pedestal check. Nice Mothula fight there from Captain. Kuchiri getting the funny shovel. I see his face. He is not amused.
Inefficient digging is what that was.
Flute. Little piece of love. That's actually shocking to me. Just because of this pendant layout, like, I felt like pedestal was gonna be something today. I guess no. Alright, well, now we're back at Thieves Town, Pendant Swamp, or Pendant Ice, and I'll be curious to see. I could see Captain going for the other 2 dungeons instead of Thieves, just because he's already been in Thieves Town. Yeah, and Kuchiri, the same thing. Like, I'm gonna assume Kuchiri might just route this straight into Swamp, though.
Yeah, it's pretty close to Swamp.
Curious that Kuchiri isn't doing Smith Chain along the route at all. What is this song? It's really annoying.
I have it down too far. I should increase it so I can hear whatever the heck that was.
Okay, Kuchiri still just doesn't have audio, so I think he forgot to turn it on. I mean, this song's fine. It's the exterior Skullwoods. Okay, Kuchiri is going back for Smith. I was kind of maybe just wanting to hopefully avoid having to do Smith, which is why he went down and did Stumpy and K45 first.
You can't take Smith into dungeons, can you?
No.
Okay.
With the exception of Skullwoods, if you drop down.
Into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, lamp for Captain.
If he's routing up here, I couldn't see anything other than the Thieves Town, right?
Well, I'm assuming he's going to grab Purple Chest and take this all the way down to...
Oh, right. He grabbed the Smith. Never mind.
He got the frog. Now, this might be Thieves Town for Captain, then. Otherwise, I would have probably seen a save and quit.
It's not like Joe and Mac music.
It did a little bit, yeah. Oh, I guess with that book, yeah, I would much rather go to Crystal Desert than touch a Pendant Dungeon.
Wheeler, do you want to play Joe and Mac on Fightcade sometime?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I don't know if it's on there, but it probably is.
Wait, what is Fightcade?
It's a service that's used for like syncing 2 emulators together. It's mainly used for people to play fighting games on old consoles online.
Oh, okay.
But they have other things on there too. Like when I played Tiny Toons with my friend, the sports game, we used that.
Oh. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah.
Now I'm intrigued. Well, the good news is Captain is going to get his Tempered Sword. Still not certain about that Hobo Medallion. I don't know when we may see that. What? What?
No, I don't know, dude. It's
Just that combination of words?
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
He can mirror and go to Hobo? That's true. It's not very, like, it's a bit obtuse routing, but...
I guess...
I guess this would be the time to do it, unless... I could see him maybe just go straight to Ice Palace first. Oh, he still hasn't done Ice Rod Cave.
Ice Rod Cave, oh my gosh.
The 1 hour Ice Rod Cave, you know.
Certainly has been a while.
In place of... It was bound to happen. I mean, if this ends up being anything, then you just gotta laugh it off. Really. You gotta have a hearty laugh. I should really crop out the decibels that are going too fast. Making me anxious. It's just going brrrr, and I don't like it. Is that weird?
What was it like again?
It's going brrrr.
Oh, yeah.
It's going brrrr. Oh, we should do Fightcade and do yeah, Mega Man Soccer. That's a good one, right?
I can load it up to see if it's on there right now.
Alright, well, Captain gonna get that medallion.
Nice. Oh, back in the water.
Kuchiri heading into Desert. We are still looking for a Flute and a Samaria. If we get Samaria, then we can go do TR. If we get a Flute, then we can...
Not do Meyer still.
Not
all of it.
Get that vanilla Samaria out of misery. Yeah, just like that, we're all tied up. Kind of nuts.
Let's see. International Superstar Stalker. Champions World Class Soccer. Oh, next page. Ultimate League Soccer.
Looks like Captain's gonna go for Pyramid Fairy real quick.
Rockman Soccer. There it is.
There it is. Uh-oh. Once someone taught me the trick that the soccer became very easy to beat. Oh, there's our 4th sword.
Nice.
The Desert Torch. Probably not what you want to see at this point. You'd much rather have silvers or, you know, one of our 2 progression items.
I'll take a gold sword off the torch like that. That's not a hassle.
Nice little bomb dupe there from Captain. No problem at all. And it looks like the second item is going to be on the boss. I guess at this point, you're just hoping Samaria shows up next. Even though it would probably mean that you're heading to TR afterwards to find your flute. But I would much rather have that. Well, I don't know. Would you rather just find flute and then, you know, maybe have an unfortunate Meyer double dip, but then potentially get to Go Mode TR and save a trip up the mountain? What would you prefer?
I would rather have the flute so I could flute to everywhere else.
Everywhere else.
Everywhere
flute out,
else.
Just like flute out of Hyrule. Like, I'm out of here.
I would flute right into La Milana.
Sorry, the bird only goes to Termina Field. You're playing Majora's Mask, buddy.
Oh no, Majora's Rando! Oh, I want to play Majora's Rando.
Sorry, best I can do. Alright, well, at this point, Kuchiri is going to be slightly in the lead. If progression ends up being here. If progression isn't in here, then it's going to be back to that pendant coin flip, that 3-sided coin.
Yep, that's the one.
That's the one.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, a little too far left on that second Lamolas, but gets him down quick anyway. What do we got? Heart piece.
Well,
Oh baby! All right. It's time for some panda dungeons. So what would you pick, Mikon, if you were in this race?
as in like Thieves Town or Ice or Swamp?
Or Swamp, yeah.
Probably Swamp.
Probably Swamp.
I would probably do Swamp without the left side. But remember, also, I don't cheat, so I don't have your new fancy ways of skipping stuff.
Diver Down doesn't skip anything; it just makes it faster. It's different.
Doesn't matter.
Like there's
I could go right through. I could go right into the Triforce room and just say I was just doing it faster.
You just doing? Oh well, there. That's Samari and Agnes Cave.
Wait, is this right there?
It's just right there. We just never went there. Oh, that's incredible. Well, I mean, both runners are gonna get that, and then yeah, I would assume we're
going on the Tweedle.
Unless, what's Kuchiri up to?
This is not Turtle Rock.
Maybe getting a potion. Judging by...
Swimming in this game is impossible, dude.
Yeah, the swimming in this game is just really bad. I hate it. It's just like, I don't know, mash 2 buttons, hope for the best.
Yep.
It's gotta be a little terrifying, a little nerve-wracking to be grabbing a Sphere 0 or Sphere 1 Samaria out of Agnes Cave. If I was one of these runners, I'd be like, oh man. You know, because my brain would be like going stupid brain and being like, oh, my opponent grabbed Samaria, and then on their first trip up the mountain, they had both Ether and both rods and just went ahead and did TR and found Flute. I'd already be like thinking what their other Go mode item would be. Which, aside from Samaria, what was the last item we got? Probably the bow? I think?
Oh gosh, in that cave?
Yeah, in Spike Cave. I think it was bow. So then, yeah, you'd have... I mean, assuming probably. It's in... the bow. If the bow's in TR, then yeah, I'd be freaking out about that Samaria, but...
Spike Cave bow? Well, Ether Medallion, I guess.
Right. I mean, it was different for both players. I'm just saying, like, yeah. Our last new item that we saw prior to Samaria was
the golden sword.
It's not. I don't care about the golden sword.
Are you happy I call it the golden sword, not the butter sword?
I'm just happy that you're here.
Wow. I
can't believe I tricked Mikon into doing commentary.
I've already done a commentary today, so I'm like in my element, even though I sound completely unamused all the time.
If only this game had turrets, right?
Being stupid and not having any idea what I'm talking about is my entire, like, resume of commentary. Don't know what this is, but let's talk.
Let's talk. Alright, Captain's gonna go get that Samaria and then probably follow Kuchiri right up to the mountain. And if not, then... boom. I don't know what else you'd do. I know these runners do not want to go to any of those dang pendant dungeons, so let's see if this seed ends up being nice or not.
Oh, you can't dash there, you get spiked.
I mean, if Flute is just in here, then this seed is, like, super friendly overall, I'd say. A lot of overworld items, for sure. Did we get any items in dungeons? We got lamp.
The golden sword.
Shut up. I guess Hyrule Castle had the mirror as well. But yeah, this is a very overworld heavy seed for sure. But you know what? It's great because like we could full clear TR and find literally nothing, maybe silvers, and then it could still come down to a pendant coin flip at the end.
Full TR isn't that bad if you're just having to do the whole dungeon anyway. Like it's the items in TR are like hardly off the path, I feel.
Yeah, like the most off the path is like the big chest and Mimic Cave. Other than that, everything is pretty much along the way.
There we go. Quick swap.
So good. I did a I grabbed a mystery ladder seed off of the ladder, and then it was from 2 years ago when Quickswap wasn't activated in race seeds, and I was like, this sucks. I'm not used to not having Quickswap, so I really think Quickswap was just a really nice addition because you get to do like some really cool tricks for certain rooms that you would never do because it's just slower to
for sure
swap to other items using the menu. It's and you know, it's just I'm always down for quality of life stuff that speeds games up in general. Especially when you're playing through it, like you want to get through the seed as quick as possible within reason. You know, obviously, just DG to the Triforce room.
That's my tactic. You can't do that.
But it's not fulfilling.
I think I would have won, so I would have been fulfilled.
There was somebody in a qualifier race that just EG to the Triforce room and said, "No, I won."
Wait, are you familiar? There was a really big I think it was Mario World race. This was like 5 to 7 years ago. I don't know. There was some big Mario World race, like a big warpless race, and some guy no one had heard of had joined the race, and he beat the warpless time by like. He like beat the warpless world record by like tens of minutes, and like everyone was immediately skeptical, right?
Yeah.
And then this was in like in Speedruns Live, and his response was just, "I used warps."
I mean, at least he was honest. I bet if
maybe my strategy was to use warps. Yeah, I think that was it actually.
I bet if I was to go to SRL.com and look up the SMW category, I could probably find that race with that person DQ'd at the bottom of the race room.
It was way funny.
I mean, you know, sometimes you shoot or shoot. You just gotta shoot your shot and see how it goes.
I'm gonna Google that phrase to see if I can like get a screenshot of this.
Please do. Alright, we are making our way through TR. Kuchiri with a slight lead at this point. Gold Sword certainly being helpful, not making a huge difference for the most part yet. You know, Gold Sword is nice. And it can help on certain bosses. Like, you know, it definitely speeds up time on Vidi if you don't have silvers, and you can get the zero cycle on Trinex and stuff like that.
Oh, all I'm getting are videos of how to do warps.
Oh, Cap is Gold Sword too. Right, because he did this. That makes perfect sense. Look at me! Talking like I know what I'm talking about.
Sorry, I was looking at Google. What's going on? Triple Rock? Cool.
We are still looking for...
Did we find anything here yet?
No, we found a lot of just ammo, pretty much. Oh yeah, I heard about that, JR. It was... Didn't they, like, use a pre-recorded video for, like, an incentive run? And then they did, like, some really weird, like, bizarre speech at the end of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard about it. Let me... Let me tell you who heard the most about it.
Was it you?
It was pretty up there.
Person that works for GDQ?
Yeah. It's alright.
You know,
just a bizarre situation.
Yeah, it was strange. Some people are just very strange. Alright, what do we got here on Laser Bridge? There's our last small key. Kuchiri utilizing that cape to get through here. No trouble. Gets a heart piece. Falls down the hole. We're not going to get 4 perfect laser skips. He falls down the hole. I wonder what controller he uses. That to me, that looks like 8-bit dough, like weird diagonals. But still holding on to that lead, so we can take a couple more falls, be fine. I still think overall Kuchiri has a bit of an execution advantage over Captain. Not by much, but enough that it might make a difference here. But yeah, if we don't find anything here in TR, then we still are down to that pendant dungeon decision.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Captain has definitely improved over time, for sure. I think this is Kuchiri's third time in the league. I believe Kuchiri, maybe season 2, 3, and maybe fourth. Actually, yeah, I think it was fourth time. Yeah, because it was no. Kuchiri started around season 2. I think this is Captain's second season in the league. Yeah, that was back in the day before there was an open and invitation. I remember. Next season, Mikan's gonna come back. And Mikan's gonna have a team of bunnies in the league.
Ah, it's not happening.
Aw, but it'd be fun. Okay, it's not here.
I'll join the Willard League.
Alright, cool. I'm hosting a league, don't worry. It's 5 weeks, all team events. One of the events is Uniracers.
No, but oh no! I don't like that game.
This is, in my opinion, one of the worst spots to be in a race like this.
Is playing Uniracers?
Is having to make a pennant dungeon dip decision.
Oh yeah, yeah, that stings.
Because then there's always that part of you that's in the back of your mind thinking, like, what if my opponent already did this? Now, of course, Samarian Hand means Ice Palace is like the easy shot, the easy play, and I'm gonna see both players make that play.
That's probably why neither of them is probably gonna do Thieves Town.
Yeah,
that seems like the obvious. My opponent did this already, so I don't want to. So I need to try to make up time play.
Usually, if anyone skips it or dips a dungeon, they're probably gonna and not finish it. They're probably not gonna do it until it's like the last thing I have left.
Yeah. Okay, ice time.
Walker.
I think I still would have picked Swamp. I would have picked Swamp for the 6 items instead of 3. For sure. Oh, I guess this is Green Pendant. That doesn't change my answer though.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a tough decision, and you could also start trying to like potentially metagame like, oh yeah, my opponent's definitely going ice, so I'm going swamp because I feel behind, etc., etc. Try and not do the obvious, because if you feel behind, you're doing what you think your opponent's doing, then there's no way you can catch up. But we're both going to Ice Palace, so
I can't believe this.
You
fools!
I mean, I would probably go to Ice Palace just because.
Really? Over Swamp?
Yeah. I just really don't like left side, and
I suppose when you can like
Icebreaker makes
and go right to the spots where there's like 4 items.
It's not a
start.
Stop calling it cheating.
I guess when you can do that, it's a little more enticing because all the items are like almost right here at the start.
Yeah. Swamp has, forced key item or dungeon item in the first chest, and then you have to, drain some water. So, it's a little slow to start. And also getting into Swamp from Link's house takes a little bit of time because you have to go through the portal, you have to mirror, do the switch, so getting into ice and getting items is faster. So far, we haven't found anything. We got a small key. We have a bee in a bottle, and we have a map. I mean, if I kind of like this because it means that if it's in here, then both players are going to get it, and then it's going to be
a close race.
A close race that could come down to like GT routing, execution. Close races are fun. I mean, the last time I restreamed a race, it was a 7-second difference, so,
Yeah, that was actually pretty sick.
Captain had a little bit of trouble with this icebreaker.
They patched it.
They patched it out, despite Kuchiri just doing it. They patched it out literally seconds after Kuchiri did it. Really. Well, Captain is going to lose a bit of time not being able to get that icebreaker.
That's okay, it's more honorable.
Stop it. It's not. Stop making people feel bad for using cool tricks that are legal.
Honorable gamers only. That'll be my team.
That's your league team.
Use these tricks.
We don't hair a pot. We don't
and
diver
we lose
down.
every race.
Really though, Mikan, I gotta ask, if there's any trick you're gonna do, is it at least going to be ass? Are you gonna do ass?
What is that? But I like the name of it, so maybe.
It's Armos Shake Storage. It's basically a trick that makes the lumberjack tree, fall over without having the boots. And it's legal and allowed.
Of course it is.
Hey, Gilgamesh gives it. Gilgamesh loves ass. That's great.
There were no items here. We found all three. But
Yeah.
green pendant is enticing. Well, I used to speedrun Rabby Ribby, and we have a trick in that one called MLG.
Major League Gaming?
Yep.
Sweet.
It's not quite ass, I suppose. but it's also slightly funny.
Clearing a pendant
Kuchiri.
dungeon. Kuchiri is currently walking away from his computer right now. I can see him in the webcam. That's probably why he also did a little loop-de-loop around the pendant first.
Ah.
Oh no, well, it's a good thing he's got Mirror Shield, because this Picket can't steal that.
No, come back! You're gonna lose all your bombs!
Not the bombs! Well,
no.
This is an interesting turn of events. I mean, this is going to give Captain some time to catch up after not being able to get that icebreaker.
I hope he's not listening to me and is angry about it in the future.
Oh no,
or
all
the
your
past,
arrows.
whatever. No, your life too.
Kuchiri is back now.
Gotta go.
So still holds a little bit of a lead. Gonna go probably turn in that green pendant.
Uh-oh.
Oh, starting at Sank.
Why would you go get the green pendant right now? Wait, what's insane?
I don't know.
Thieves Town is this way, I guess? With the book. Kuchiri didn't actually check Ped, did he?
No, we didn't. So this is a ped check then, yeah. So that's a like I said earlier, a bit of a misplay, not checking this after beating Moth earlier, and so gonna lose a little bit more time. Captain also losing a little bit of time here, not going for that bomb jump in the freezer room to get to this chest, and having to drop all the way down and climb up.
Yeah,
had the small keys to do
not-
it, so.
He tried and failed, oh no.
Oh, he went for it and fell? Gotcha.
Yeah, he did.
Well, that would do it. Alright, green pendant turn in. I feel like he would still go turn in green pendant before checking ped.
I hope so. Oh, before Ped?
Yeah.
I hope so.
So. Was there... The last item was in the big chest, but Captain went the other way around, is gonna miss out on that. So, I think... I'm gonna say that maybe that icebreaker kind of flustered him a little bit, because he's not really routing this dungeon very well. Alright, green pendant flute! Yes!
Oh my god.
There it is.
Well, I would have lost. I'm sure I would have lost for other reasons as well, but that is definitely one of them.
Well, here's the good news: is Captain's gonna get this green pendant and probably go rush that, and it's still gonna be a relatively close race.
Maybe Bamos is still in Swamp Palace.
Oh, for Meyer? Oh, that's true. We may not be in go mode.
I know this sounds like a really speed gaming chat comment, but it also is a way of saving my ass for being completely wrong.
I didn't know your ass was on the line, Mikon.
Yeah.
I didn't know
we
your
were talking about
Armros
asses
shake
earlier.
storage was on the line.
My MLG is on the line.
Oh yeah, and then Bombos is just gonna be under the doormat like it usually is. You probably could have just ran up to Saha from there. I don't think it's much faster to save and quit back to Link's house. So let's see. Moment of truth. Are we in go mode or not? Kuchiri confident with that Ether Medallion. Just kidding. Going to Quake. Killing the bird. It's okay. All right.
Redemption arc start. Let's go,
oh,
baby.
Boy, this scene just got interesting again. All right, doormat. Big 20. Bombs. Off to Checkerboard Cave. I guess we're going to swamp, maybe. That is actually the worst feeling. You feel great because your green pendant play turned out correct.
Yeah.
And then okay.
Oh God, shambles!
The doormat. All right, let's go mode for Kuchiri. 125-30.
I've been destroyed.
You've been to shreds, you say. Yeah, at this point, Kuchiri still holds on to a slight lead here. Captain not going to be too far behind, so this could still come down to GT routing and or execution. The one thing still worth pointing out is Kuchiri did pick up, I believe, a blue potion, so does have that in his back pocket in case things get out of hand. Both these runners with confidence just running right to the medallion things. I mean, I would too, so it's yeah.
I have nothing but confidence.
You just gotta hope. And then there's this brief moment of, oh, come on, that leads to, oh, okay. You just chuckle to yourself when that happens.
I'm mad.
I'm
mad and wrong.
Unless you're Mikon, and then you're just mad.
This is the worst feeling.
Alright, let's see if we get a nice mire. That quick big key. Captain with a big sigh of relief, probably. And Captain is now in go mode. So the only big thing that could show up that could shake things up would be the silvers, because they still, I'd say it'd still make a pretty big difference.
Oh, for sure.
For that Ganon fight, or even for Vidi.
Yeah, Vidi's funny and all, but honestly, I would just use the cape and dash back and forth like an idiot.
Yeah, I would do the same for the first phase, but 2 silvers on the big eyeball saves a couple seconds, which is nice.
What other game should I look at on Fightcade that we're gonna play?
Does it does NES games?
Yeah.
We gotta play River City Ransom 2-player.
I'm probably not going to do that, but it is on here.
That's fair. I didn't like it either. I think what the problem with me is I had that for Retro Dumbathon, and the challenge was just to beat some random guy. But apparently you could do it in like the first 10 minutes of the game. And I didn't know that, because, you know, the game doesn't really spell stuff out a lot of the time. So
aren't some things in that game like randomized? Like
kind of... I don't know, it kind of had that same, like, Chrysalis style, like, you have to go talk to this guy to set up this thing to go get this checkpoint to do that. So instead I took, like, 2+ hours to get to that point. I also kept dying, so I used a cheat code to give me max everything. And then still died, because the game's hard. And BS. Alright, we... are looking for that Meyer big key.
Neo Turf Masters is on here. We can get our golf game going.
Oh, Mittens would love to watch that.
Yeah, it's the game with the really good music.
Yeah, the good music.
And the really angry faces that the people make.
I'm surprised I've never heard of it. What's it called? Fightcade? It's like arcade, but fighting?
Correct.
Get the trackball out. I never had. I had an aunt that had a mouse with a trackball, and I remember playing some like monster truck game on the computer with that. That kind of looked like gosh, what was that Stunt FX game? It kind of looked like that.
My dad used to throw like big Super Bowl parties at his house, and I mean I didn't really care, but there were a bunch of like neighborhood people there, and they'd always have like a golf game driving tournament on a computer as like a side bet or something.
Oh, nice.
And I think we did have like a trackball mouse set up one year.
So this race got a little bit closer. Captain getting to skip out on cutscene chest.
Nice.
But you're having a little bit of trouble getting that switch down. So yeah, we're still very much definitely in GT routing range. Nikon, what was your favorite way to route Ganon's tower when you played this game a year ago?
I would always, I say always, and I'm pretty sure it was always, get the 2 on the right and then go all left to Iron Armos.
Iron Armos?
Yeah, the Iron Armos.
Ars Armos?
Yep.
Yep,
that's the one.
Man, there's so many different ways to do GT routing. I still am always just the left, right, left idiot. Just because... Oh, is Captain trying to go for Spooky? Spooky? Didn't get it.
Oh, you mean the skeleton room and then leaving?
Yeah, you go to you go Stalfos, mirror out, do right side of compass, and then go full left the rest of the way.
I see. Is that like the highest chests per minute?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Because compass is pretty kind of a lot over there.
And it just kind of like saves you from the potential of getting burned by compass room chest.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes my routing will change depending on how many keys I find in Stalfos room. If I find enough keys, I might just keep going and then like check Firebar room. And then I usually will just end up like going all the way to Rando room and then mirroring out and doing full right. Wow.
There, yeah, that's the strat.
Captain going... I don't know why he's going for slashes here, but... I guess that wasn't too much slower than just going arrows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we got ourselves a race. Both runners heading to GT now. 7 crystals in hand. Kuchiri with a little bit of lead. This could easily get tied up if, you know, Dead Rocks do their thing. You never know.
I like how that song gets cut off.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the alternative where you're stuck listening to a very long song. It's one of the things that I would still love to be changed, because right now the cutoffs are only set for ROMs that are set to race mode. So, which isn't a thing, I think, in like Door Rando.
Oh, so like some of them can be longer, like the cutscene can be longer than others. I see.
Yep. So like if I'm using, I think the Sonic Mania back, I'm just like sitting there listening to an extra like 5 seconds of music. So Captain going for the Light World, East Death Mountain, as opposed to going straight to the Dark World.
I don't even remember. It's been so long I don't actually remember which one's faster anymore.
I think Captain's Way is faster if you don't get dead rocked.
Gotcha.
But it's like by a very small margin.
Negligible, yeah.
Yeah.
The song sounds like the Tales of Symphonia Overworld song.
I couldn't tell you. Is that a Camelot game?
No, it's not a Camelot game, but it's a Namco game.
I guess being the same developer doesn't necessarily mean it's the same or not the same composer. That's a completely different thing. Gilgamesh says it's the same composer, so...
Same composer? Oh, really? Well,
there you go.
Dang.
Okay, Kuchiri going Hope Room first. Gonna go ahead and head to Compass Room. Gonna go for the tie... Is he feeling that far behind?
What?
Boy, this is a gamble. The early tile room
I hope
play.
Captain does the same thing.
That would be nuts. I mean, this is gonna even things up. If Captain skips it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going through.
All right. Moment of truth. Was this the play of a lifetime? Mushroom.
Yay!
Imagine if that was at least like the silvers. Like,
Yeah, that would have been.
that would have actually been game changing.
That'd have been better than the key, honestly.
Big key on mushroom. Yeah, this mode's a little wacky. It's casual boots. Everything's normal except GT big key can be anywhere. God, that would suck. I would hate that. But you know, some ding dong would make an entire tourney out of that if they could. Kuchiri having a little bit of trouble here. Captain finding 30 arrows in compass room. Man, I'm very curious why he went for that. I mean, obviously we know that they're super close, and he might have been feeling behind. But, I mean, you know, he got to skip Swamp, and he got to skip Back of Thieves Town, so I wouldn't be feeling too bad, all things considered.
Arrow.
Alright, Stalfos room. If this is in here, if it's in here, then my route would have been the best. I'm the best.
I miss old Toad's voice, dude.
N64 day. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm the best.
Oh no, Willard won.
Get wrecked.
Now he
And
just
Kuchiri's going full right. Oh my gosh.
Now he just goes.
Oh,
That's what Toad sounds like.
Oh, Toad goes ah with a really loud scream. Well, this has been a very strange turn of events in this race. These two runners were not too far behind. I mean, Captain wasn't too far behind going into GT.
No,
but,
it's very, very close.
The risky tile room play into a full right is gonna give Captain quite an advantage here. Now the question really is, can Captain hold on to that advantage? You know, maybe Kuchiri finds silvers while he's in here.
I don't know if silvers are gonna make up this much time.
Oh, you never know.
I do never know. That is
You
correct.
never know.
Oh, good thing you found 30 arrows.
Kuchiri, you can do this, man.
No.
Keep it together. Because I personally, I hate to see like runners start to get, you know, starting to let their mentality affect their ability to play the game.
That was a lot of arrows. Oh gosh, he's gonna need some more before going upstairs.
Yeah, that. Oh my!
Hey!
Well, the problem is he needs one more arrow.
He needs another arrow.
He needs another arrow. I'm surprised that he went. I feel
I
like
don't remember the contents of the pots over here.
I just.
I mean,
hope
I
Kuchiri
know
hasn't,
there's
like,
one much further in, but I don't remember the chests. I suppose on the way to getting the big key.
Yeah, I don't remember either. There might have. I think there was some money over here, maybe, but there might have. There might have
Oh, we
been
can
some
go
arrows.
buy arrows then.
Yeah, just float away, go buy some arrows. Because there are no free arrows along the way at this point.
It's the only it's the teleport maze, right? That's the closest arrow.
Yeah. Maybe you can get a drop from one of these Stalfos. It was just money in here.
Well, at least he realizes it and doesn't just leave.
Yeah, he's gonna have. He could go outside and do some digging. Oh, that's what he's gonna go do.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like digging.
Ah, man, it's so unfortunate. 3, 4 digs, 5 digs, 6, 7.
Don't dig in a straight line. It's
8.
slower. You gotta wiggle back and forth.
Captain's got to be a little careful with his health. Down to 3.5 hearts. Yeah, I know Kuchiri has like a blue potion, so. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
I would have liked to have seen him switch to Burna to finish out Armos, because Burna is super effective on that boss. Now, Captain has a pretty tremendous lead going into the gauntlet. Silvers are going to help a little bit, but
Oh, he's a
can't
blue
say
potion. He's fine.
if that will be enough.
I don't think Silver's going to make up quite this much time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm sure Captain's got to be feeling super nervous at this point, just because, you know, he's trying to get on the board. He really, personally, I know that he really wants this, this race. Because, if I recall correctly, I don't think his team... I think they got... No, they went 0-14 last season, so...
oh no.
Yeah, it's rough, man. This game's hard.
It's cutthroat tournament, dude.
It's
Holy
cutthroat
cow.
tournament, so this would be a huge moment for Captain. Kuchiri going for Bombos tap? Probably wanted to use
Bombos
Ether, not
stats.
Bombos.
Oh, there's a bomb.
Captain, shoutouts to F. Coughlin dropping a bomb on the Moldern 2 chest. Man, I'm just so shocked by that GT routing from Kuchiri. But I gotta assume he felt enough behind that he needed to make a play.
Yeah, that's the only rationale I could give to it.
Yeah.
Me with my experience with the Link to the Past randomize.
Miko would still be in Swamp at this point. Where's that Bombo? Let me do left side Swamp just one more time, just to make sure I didn't miss it. Maybe it was in one of these pots upstairs that have hearts in it.
Not too bad, Aga 2.
Too bad. Alright, all that's left now is to take down the pig. No silvers in hand, so gonna have to do some silverless Ganon, but, you know, gold sword, cape, half magic, plenty of resources, and unbeknownst to him, plenty of time. You just gotta do it. You just gotta knock him out. Loving these Golden Sun tunes. It's a soundtrack that, like, if there's any music that I've listened to the most, it's usually the battle music or, like, the Lighthouse themes.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense, because that's, like, the most popular music in the game. Like, Venus Lighthouse is, like, probably one of the top songs.
Yeah, whatever. Bring on the bats.
Give me the bats.
It kind of looks like Batman, even. Not
Yeah,
Ganon.
it's-
I mean Dark Deadpool here.
Dark Deadpool. Alright, one more hit into Phase 4. He's gonna get the hint about Silvers and GT, and he's gonna go, man, I hope my opponent didn't get that.
Oh, the bats zoning him out. Oh no!
It's a good thing he didn't get Torch Glitch, because he would have gotten hit and knocked right off. Absolutely.
Yeah, at least he does have a blue potion, so plenty of resources still, I believe.
Yep. You can use that Fire Rod. This is a little scary, though. Captain just needs to hold it together.
Ooh, that was really close.
Yeah, and not get knocked down, because, you know, Kuchiri is hot on his tail. And with silvers in hand, could make up a ton of time. Ooh, gosh. Man, this is too scary. He's got the timing down pretty well. Okay,
Honestly, right there, I probably would just stand still and got hit.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know where I'm gonna go, so let's just not worry about it.
That's the thing about this fight, is sometimes it's better to just take the hit.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is he's not getting the timing right on this, so he's only getting like one hit at a time. A little too preemptive on that potion, in my opinion, but... Like, I would wait at the bottom of the screen and then light the second torch when he hits the bottom, so you can at least get 2 every time.
Yeah.
Though he might have gotten 2 if he didn't get hit there.
Oh, here we go.
Couple more hits for Captain. Oh, and that's
There
gonna
we
do
go.
it. All right.
Woo! Good recovery.
Good recovery. Get your GGs in chat. Captain gonna put his name on the board, get a point for his team.
I love points.
Points
Oh
are
my gosh.
great.
Yay! You get Ganon kill points.
GGs. Here's a Triforce.
You get a clear bonus. Oh, wow!
Well,
I want a Triforce. What the heck?
Well, next time you're on Restream,
I got a raise.
and you win. You get a Triforce.
Oh no, I got a raise.
You got to raise and win. Those are two things.
Wait, if I raise and don't win, can I have like a 2-section Triforce? The Duo Force? Maybe just the Mono Force?
I'll give you a slice of pizza. How's that?
Ooh, the Pizza Force? I can deal with that.
The Pizza Force. Right,
Oh,
what's
could you- The Deer Force?
the Deer Force.
Yeah, I'll just take the pizza, thanks.
You're gonna take the pizza and you're gonna like it.
I will. That's not an option. As long as it's not like... As long as it doesn't have like spicy bullshit on it, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am a child.
Alright, let's get them in for a little talky talk.
The talky talk.
Welcome, runners.
Hello.
Hello. GG's, Captain.
Gee. Oh my god.
I bet that Ganon fight was scary.
That was a really hectic ending.
Yeah, it was something. Thank God I picked up that blue potion just because I was on my way to Catfish. I'm like, oh, Mirror, get a potion with it. So, yep, thank God I had it.
It sucks being 2-item go mode for an hour.
Yeah, I mean, items, if you just, like, did all the overworld, you had so many dang items super quick. And then, you know, you're stuck with, like, 3 pennant dungeons that you don't want to do. And it's such a tough call.
I'm kicking myself hard about that one.
Kuchiri, we were so shocked to see you go for the tile room play.
So mentally I was like, okay, I full cleared the game.
Except you didn't do any of Swamp, and you didn't do the back of Thieves Town.
Yeah, well, I full cleared minus 8 items. I mean,
Same.
I mean, I can understand, but I don't know. I felt like I assumed that you felt behind, which is like the only reason why you go for the tile room play.
So problem about being diabetic, you have to go to the bathroom so often, and like I ran after I killed Cold Stare, and it's like, okay. And then I came back and I forgot I didn't check Green Pendant. I ran straight to Ped. I mean, I wish I could have those 2 minutes back.
Yeah. We were kind of like I had your stream up, so I saw you get up and leave. But then did you just like forget to check Green Pendant first, or?
So when I play, I have like a list of 5 plays I'm going to do in order in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran to go to the bathroom, and I forgot my next idea was Green Pendant. I was like, oh crap, well, go back. So my idea was, if it wasn't Green Pendant, I was going to check Ped, and then I was just going to go straight to Thieves Town afterwards. But then I forgot I didn't do Green Pendant. So yeah, no, I wish I had those 2 minutes back, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was unfortunate, but...
No, I'm just kicking myself hard that game.
Well, don't kick yourself too hard. You'll leave a dent. Don't do it. It was a crazy race. We were wondering if Captain was ever going to get that TR medallion at Hobo, because you kind of put that off for a long time, because you did some really strange routing when you first got into the Dark World. Like,
I clowned a bit, yeah. So
went all the way to Digging Game, and then went all the way back to do Mini Molten Cave, and then Lake Hylia Island. I figured you were.
You give me Dark World access early with a mirror, you know, it's gonna happen. It's,
Oh, we-
I cack skipped.
Yeah. And it punished like tremendously.
Well, not quite, because I was like, okay, well, when I go do, because I have mirror, when I go do catfish, I'll just pick it up then, because I
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it worked out that Catfish had another sword, so you know
yeah.
it worked out that you were able to get that and then get the sword that you saw on Zora's Ledge right afterwards. But I mean, there was like literally nothing else over there. I think there was like a mail upgrade. I think that was it.
You know, I was like, oh, so I got the money. Let's just do Zora route, I guess. And it didn't pay off, and then I had Dark World. I'm like, well, I have Dark World. Dark World's to play. And I'm like, oh, I got mirror. I could just go straight to Catfish and
Mhm.
from there.
Yeah, you got lamp, ice rod, fire rod, and 2 swords like very quickly. And while Captain was going over and doing lampless pod at Eastern, which you were having a little bit of trouble with the turtle room, but you got through it.
Thankfully, I did get through it. That one
Yeah.
turtle kept giving me fits, but yeah, we did it. So
For me, if I'm in that situation, I'll sometimes use the bow to like track where the turtle is because it'll stick to them while they're walking around, so you can kind of get an idea where they are in the dark. But yeah, you got through it, and you guys kind of like juggled, did kind of different routes, and then kind of both ended up in Desert and Agana's Cave, like not too far apart. And the big moments where things kind of switched up was,
Like, dumb route in GT.
well, before that, it was Captain not getting Icebreaker, and then having to kind of route that poorly because of it.
yeah,
You ended up missing, I think it was just like $50 in the big chest, but that cost you a bit of time, but then you made that time up because Kuchiri did cutscene chest and Mire. And then
I knew, when I went down, I'm like, oh crap, I know, because there wasn't a small key up there, there's no big key down here. I should go back for cage chest.
Mhm.
And I was like, no, it's too late.
Eh,
And then,
could-
I knew it wasn't there. Like, when I walked down, I should have just turned around.
yeah, well, it's sometimes you just kind of start walking in a direction. And you're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do it now. I'm already like a couple steps away, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy race. GG's to both of you. Captain, congrats on getting your first win. That's gotta feel
Finally,
pretty good.
yes.
Yeah. After going 0-14 last season, I'm sure this was a long time coming.
yeah. This is actually my first like one-on-one tournament win since like Challenge Cup's week 5 of the group.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a while.
It's been a while. Well, GG's. And GG's to both of you.
Yeah, GG Kuchiri.